10 people with unusually long body parts. At number 10, Annie Hawkins Turner. Hawkins Turner became famous for her extraordinary large breasts. The mother of two, who often refers to herself as a boobpreneur because of the enterprise she has built around her large breast size, said she isn't ready to undergo a breast reduction procedure. She revealed that her body has developed the needed muscle to carry on irrespective of her boob size. In an interview, the Atlanta, Georgia woman who has held on to the Guinness records for the largest boobs said that she's made more than 1 million pounds since she began commercializing her boobs to the public. And he said her breasts started developing when she was 5 years old, and when she was 9, her breast size had reached an astronomical size, 36D, which was way too big for someone of her age. Annie Hawkins Turner's breast size is estimated to be around 102 triple Z, making her the woman with the largest breasts in the world. At number 9, Macy Curran. Macy Curran from the United States is currently the teenager with the longest legs in the world. According to the World Guinness Records, Macy's left leg measures 135.267 centimeters, while her right leg measures 134.3 centimeters. Although it seems the genetic predisposition of having a tall height runs in the Texas-based family, none in the entire household have ever attained that height. Macy stands at 6 feet 10 inches in height, but her long legs represent the chunk of her height, taking up to 60% of her entire body structure. Macy has become famous because of her rare height. Nonetheless, being famous also comes with a price. In the case of Macy, some of the challenges she faces because of her long legs include being bullied. She also has to face challenges with getting clothes that fit and sitting in vehicles. However, with her long legs, Macy has a cult fellowship in her high school volleyball team because her long legs give her a head start ahead of everyone on the team. Number 8, Andrea Ivanova. Andrea Ivanova is credited with having the world's biggest lips. Although the Bulgarian-born woman wasn't born with big lips, her dream to share semblance with the Bratz doll was her motivation to get this artificially. In an interview, the social media celebrity said she started experimenting with lip injections some years ago and has spent more than $5,000 so far. Despite the results so far, Andrea intends to spend more, despite the warnings from medical experts that any further lip enlargement could burst her lips. Apart from her lips, Andrea said she also plans to modify other body parts, especially getting face lengthening and contouring surgical procedures to modify her entire look. At number 7, Mehmet Özürek. Mehmet Özürek is a Turkish national, and he's credited with having the longest nose in the world. Mehmet's nose measured 8.8 centimeters, which is equivalent to 3.46 inches at the time it was measured from the bridge to the tip. In 2010 and 2011, Mehmet's nose was measured again, but this time his nose stopped growing, putting an end to the myth that as humans grow, so does the nose. When Mehmet was asked about how he feels about having an extraordinarily long nose, he said he feels great because his long nose allows him to pick scents from a distance. The Turkish man also uses his long nose to perform tricks, like blowing balloons through his nostrils. At number 6, Byron Schlenker and Emily. This father-daughter duo boasts of Guinness World Records for their huge tongues. Byron Schlenker is based in Syracuse, New York, and said he only got to figure out that he had the widest tongue when he was going through the Guinness World Book of Records. After reading through the records book, Byron was moved to measure his tongue, and he found out that it was wider than the holder at the time by a centimeter. His daughter, Emily, on the other hand, also accidentally discovered that she has the widest tongue after agreeing to measure her tongue. Both father and daughter are now celebrities after being fully certified by the Guinness Books of Records. At number 5, Ram Singh. For centuries, both beards and mustaches have always remained a symbol of pride for most men. In fact, some men think that they're incomplete and sometimes feel insecure without beards and mustaches. Here's Ram Singh, an Indian national who has been pampering his beard since 1970. In 2010, at the Guinness World Records ceremony, he became the man with the longest mustache in the world. Ram said keeping his mustache has always been a thing of pride to him, and because of it, He has earned a good reputation for himself both in his home country and abroad. Ram spends a huge part of his day washing his mustache with coconut and mustard oil, a routine he maintains at least once in every 2 weeks. He also spends about 2 hours weekly on his beard to keep it in good shape. At the last check, Ram's mustache measured more than 18.5 feet, and at the moment, no one in the world seems close to this record. Number 4. The Taiwanese whose toes are as long as her finger. Do you ever imagine what humans would look like if our toes had the same measurement as our fingers? Well, it would be cool, just that we may need to accommodate the inconvenience of searching for footwear that can fit the extra length of our toes. This yet-to-be-identified Taiwanese lady has bizarrely long toes that is already setting the internet ablaze. At first, we thought it was a Photoshop, but it appears to be real. In the picture she posted on a Chinese language blog data card, the lady, who happened to be a student of Taiwan University, captioned the picture claiming her toes are long and unique, although at first she felt weird about them. She said that while she was growing up, she saw how long her toes were shooting out, and she was surprised that most people have shorter toes compared to hers. This lady's always taunted by people around her, claiming she didn't evolve properly. However, she said she's grown up to be a strong woman, and she loves herself. At number 3, Cordelia Adams. Cordelia Adams is a California-based woman who isn't new to the concept of long nails. In an interview, Cordelia said she's been growing up with her nails since 1989. Her fingernails on both hands measure more than 12 inches. And funny enough, she still gets along carrying out her daily chores. When it comes to cleaning her dishes and pressing her phone, Cordelia said her knuckles have helped her get by with many things. She said that the beauty of having long fingernails is the attention she gets from the public, because most people don't get to see someone having such long fingernails, and can be rewarding and sometimes attracts negative comments, especially from trolls over the internet who keep finding long fingernails irritating and unhygienic. Cordelia works as a nail technician, and she seems to be happy with her long fingernails, irrespective of the opinion that some people have about her. At number 2, Sridhar Chilal. Although Sridhar Chilal might have cut his long left-hand fingernails, his record of having the longest fingernails still stands. Sridhar, an Indian national, said he was inspired to keep his fingernails because of one of his teachers in high school who also did the same. Sridhar said he'd been keeping his fingernails since 1952 when he was 14 years old. The octogenarian first appeared on the Guinness World Records in 1979, and at the time, his fingernails measured a combined length of 219.7 centimeters. Sridhar said the fragile nature of his fingernails meant he had to be careful when sleeping to avoid sleeping on them. Despite his long fingernails, Sridhar is a professional photographer and a famous one at that. On July 11, 2018, Sridhar Chilal finally cut his fingernails, which will now be displayed at Ripley's Believe It or Not in Times Square, New York. And at number 1, Nick Stoborough. We present to you Nick Stoborough, the man with the longest tongue in the world. His tongue measurement was verified on November 27, 2012, measuring an unbelievable 10.1 centimeters, or an equivalent of 3.97 inches. Nick isn't a music artist, but he also uses the unimaginably long tongue to create some artistic canvas paintings to express himself. Nick reveals what usually makes him stand out, particularly when he's meeting someone for the first time, is that they want to confirm if his tongue is really as long as being reported. And that wraps up today's video. Ever met someone with an unusually long body part? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video.